Welcome to Geometry B. Please use the following example to help you complete your practice problems for this lesson. Example 4. Determine what type of parallelogram tune is T, 0, 10, U, 4, 2, N, -2, -1, E, -6, 7. First we need to check to make sure the diagonals bisect each other according to the midpoint formula. We find that the midpoint of diagonal line segment U equals -1, 4.5 and the midpoint of diagonal line segment TN equals -1, 4.5. Since the midpoints of line segment EU and line segment TN are equal at -1, 4.5, we know that the diagonals bisect each other and that tune is in fact a parallelogram. Next we need to know the rectangle theorem, the rhombus theorem and the square theorem. The rectangle theorem says that a quadrilateral is a rectangle if and only if it has four right, congruent, angles. The rhombus theorem says that a quadrilateral is a rhombus if and only if it has four congruent sides. And the square theorem says that a quadrilateral is a square if and only if it has four right angles and four congruent sides. The next step is to determine if the diagonals are equal by using the distance formula. Using the distance formula we find that the diagonal line segment EU and diagonal line segment are equal. They both equal the square root of 125. This means that tune qualifies as a rectangle according to the rectangle theorem but may be a square. If the diagonals are perpendicular it means that all the sides are equal and tune is a square. We then check to see if tune is a square by seeing if the diagonals are perpendicular by finding their slopes. We find that the slope of diagonal line segment U equals -1/2 and the slope of diagonal line segment TN is 11/2. For the diagonals to be perpendicular it would mean that one diagonal slope is the opposite reciprocal of the other diagonal slope. We found that the slope of EU is not the opposite reciprocal of the slope of TN. So tune is not a square but is a rectangle. Parallelogram tune is a rectangle.